Hey everybody, it's Lisa Dunn here with my friend Mary Van Dorn, and we're going to talk about a little market update for if we don't destroy the house, which, hey, if you watch this video, fun things could happen, I guarantee you that. We're talking about the market update for the month of March right now, kind of what happened in February and where rates are going, inventory, all of that good stuff. And starting off with inventory numbers. Well, they're going up. They're actually going up. We're seeing quite a bit of an increase. I think in the city of Rancho Santa Margarita, we're looking at about a 25% increase since this time last month. And the interesting thing is it's in concentrated pockets. I'm looking at the entire city of Rancho Santa Margarita, including Dove Canyon, Rancho Cielo, and the neighborhood of Walden, which, hey, we're sitting in Walden right now. My new listing, doing broker preview. Except for this one's not going to last because I think it's going to sell pretty quick, don't you think?
It's going to go.
It's going to go. So there has not been anything on the market in Walden since, I'd say I closed the house next door back in November. So we're the first one on. Rancho Cielo, they've had houses come on the market and they go just as fast. 4 came on in 1 month, 4 sold in 1 month. Robinson Ranch, the inventory level's holding steady there, usually about 4 listings. The Melinda Heights area, we've seen a little increase. We had 9 was our average last month. We're looking at about 11 to 12 right now. So things are moving, but not moving quite as fast. And I think a lot of that has to do with proper pricing and proper presentation. Overall, the city is up 25%, but the main culprit is Dove Canyon. Dove Canyon, things just are, a lot of people listing their houses and they're not selling as fast as they possibly should. So I'm not quite sure what's causing that. I don't analyze every single listing, but they were at 9 listings at this time last month and they've gone up to 19.
Can I ask you, the properties that are being listed in Dove Canyon, are those comparably priced to the ones in Rancho Cielo that are going so quickly?
Pretty much so. We're looking at stuff that's probably, mid-8s to 1.2, 1.3. And they're selling in other areas in that price range. And Dove goes up quite a bit higher too. But just not seeing the stuff flying off the shelves. Might be the price, maybe the price point getting over the $1 million price point. Can't really explain why things aren't going a little bit quicker around the rest of Rancho Santa Margarita. We had a pretty good balance before. 1 would come on, 1 would go off. We're kind of seeing 3 coming on, 1 going off right now. So it might be a trend to keep an eye on. And as far as pricing goes, it's pretty important too, because this is not a time to say, oh, hey, I heard real estate went up 5%. So let's take the last sale and multiply it by 5% and that's going to be my new price, which is what a lot of people do. And no, things don't work that way. And you have to have, in my opinion, as an agent, I have to have the guts to tell my clients the truth. And a lot of agents don't want to do that because I'm not going to tell you something that's going to make you happy. I'm going to tell you the truth. This house, people thought it should have been listed for a little bit more. I know the market can't take it, but we're going to sell. We're going to sell quick, and we're going to sell for the top dollar that we possibly can because it's all about smart pricing out of the gate. But enough about pricing, enough about interest rates. Interest rates. Mary, what's going on with the interest rates?
Interest rates are still climbing. They're not climbing fast. They're climbing slow and steady. Since the beginning of the year, we've seen an increase in interest rates of about 0.5%. If you want to look at that in dollar-wise, let's say if you had a home loan that you're looking at about $500,000, your mortgage payment has gone up about $100 a month based on that 0.5%. So kind of figure that into the bracket where you're looking at. But $100 a month isn't that much. If you look at it a year from now, I got the house I wanted. Also, there's other programs out there, loan programs that you can work with. You don't have to go with a 30-year fixed rate. There's programs, maybe you want to make sure you don't have PMI, so you go with an 80, 10, and 10, or you can go with a loan that doesn't require PMI. Maybe the lender pays it, and those tools can kind of bring down the payment as well. There's also other alternatives. If you decide to go with maybe a fixed rate loan that has a buy down in the beginning, so you can graduate into that little bit higher payment, maybe not right away. Or maybe you decide to go on an adjustable rate. Your interest rate can be fixed for 7 years, 5 years, 10 years if you want. And those rates are a little bit lower than the fixed rate, so you might not have that $100 a month payment shock.
Yeah, but that might, it used to be people were selling their homes like in 5 to 7 years, whereas 7-1 ARM was kind of a good thing, but now we're seeing people are staying in their homes longer. So do you think this is something we're going to continue to see, and would the people be better off considering a fixed rate down the road since people just aren't moving like they used to?
They're not moving like they used to, but I can tell you, with a lot of the loans that I've done that were on a 7-year arm, around about year 5 or so, those borrowers are calling me and saying, hey, I'm really glad I went with this. I've saved a ton of money over the last 5 years. Can I roll this over? Do I have to wait to the 7 years? No, you don't. So they're in at 5 years, they roll into another 7-year, and they've got 12 years at a rate much lower than if they'd been on a 30-year fixed rate. So it has to work for you.
Well, and I wouldn't have thought of that, that's for sure. And also something else too is a lot of people are like, well, I can't buy because I don't have a 20% down payment. You know, first time buyers, a lot of the millennials that are out there thinking they have to have these big old down payments. How much do you need for a down payment?
You know, for most of the properties out there right now, you can go with 5% down. At Connecta, we'll go up to $850,000 with 5% down. If you're buying a $900,000 property and you don't have $45,000 in your pocket, you should not be in that market anyway.
And also too, for people just starting out on the millennial fronts, if they wanted to go FHA, they only need a 3.5% down payment, and their parents could be non-owner occupant co-borrowers. Kind of thinking outside the box here. So if you want more information on loans, this is a gal you need to talk to, because Mary is something else. We've been through a lot together, haven't we? Oh, and we have more people coming to see our open house. So guess what? Our market update is done. Thanks so much, and check back next month, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.